Alright, so at this year's PRG, I had the opportunity to speak with the sales marketing director for Atari, David. It was a wonderful experience talking with him, very interesting guy to talk to, very easy to talk to. And it was through that conversation with David, explaining, what it is I do, and my love for Atari, that I was able to get a console that, yes, it's been out for quite a while, but there's so many games being made for it, and I really wanted to cover it ever since it was announced. And that is the Atari 2600 Plus. We're going to unbox this, we're going to see what's all inside, and we're going to take a deep dive. Now, before we get through that, David also was kind enough to send a couple more things for review. And those were the CX40 Plus wireless joystick. Pretty awesome. And the CX78 Plus wireless gamepad for 700 games. We're going to take a look at those two. Now, another thing that he sent that I was not anticipating that I will cover, not in this video, but another thing he sent was the Atari 50, the Anniversary Celebration Expanded Steelbook Edition on Switch. This is the Atari 50 Anniversary Collection base game, plus both DLC packs, and a wonderful Steelbook collection. So, I'm going to go over this in a different video. So I'm going to set this aside for now. Let's go ahead and dive into the Atari 600 Plus and see what's inside. Okay, now, when you open up the box, you're greeted immediately with the system. Well, it'll stay. So I'm going to pull off the protective film. We got the Atari here. Nope. There we go. Okay, so here's the Atari system. I'm going to go ahead and set this aside for a second. We will come back to that. You have the quick guide here. And under here you've got the HDMI cable and the USB power. I'm not going to pull those out. But then in here, you've got the 10-in-1 game cartridge. Again, we'll go over that in a second. And then you've also got a wired, pull this out here, a wired, brand new as of 2023, original, well, authentic, Atari 2600 wired controller. Pretty cool. So let's go ahead and get this all out of the way and take a deeper look at the console and the back-end game. Okay, so here's the console itself. You got the power switch here, the color and black and white switch here, cartridge slot here that supports both 7800 and 2600 games, which is really cool. And then you've got the, if I can get it to focus. Oh, sorry about that. Let's see if we can get that to come on. There we go. You can kind of see it. Game select there. And then you've got the game reset button here. Now these function just like a regular original Atari. What makes this different outside of the fact that it's much smaller than the original Atari, well, much smaller, but it is definitely smaller. No, it is to play both 2600 and 700 games, but what's going on in the back here? So you've got a resolution toggle here that gives you 16:9 and 4:9 ratio, or widescreen and standard CRT resolution. You have controller port here, controller port over here, and then you've got the USB-C power here, and you've got the, let's see if we can get that to focus. You have the difficulty switches here, difficulty A, difficulty B, for both left and right controller. And then you've got the HDMI out. So yes, this is HDMI out. Now, I will say that this does run Stella. It does say it on the box. Stella's an open source 2600 multi-platform emulator. So this does run an emulator to support the cartridges. So this isn't going to be for everybody. It's going to be for purists. But for those that grew up with Atari, for those that want a modern feel, but at the same time nostalgic feel when playing Atari 2600 and 700 games, and for those that don't want to free up space, are going to want to pick this up. Now let's go ahead and move on to the 10-in-1 game pack. Okay, all right, so this is the 10 games in one pack. So you've got Adventure, Combat, Dodge 'em, Haunted House, Maze Craze, Missile Command, Real Sports Volleyball, Surround, Video Pinball, and Yara's Revenge. And the way you select the games here is based on the dip switches. The dip switches are on the back here. So on is up, off is down, and it tells you how to select a game. So you flip a switch. Let's say I wanted to play Combat, right? So I just flip over this one switch. Now I'm going to play Combat. And it goes in just like a regular cartridge does. You have it sleeved. Again, it looks like a standard 2600 card. Looks awesome. And it just slides in to the cartridge slot like so. Like you would be playing a standard Atari game. Pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and look at the wireless controllers, and we're going to look at some gameplay. Okay, so here we've got the CX40 Plus wireless joystick. This is a wireless take on the standard 2600 controller. Now what's cool about this is a couple of things. Pull out everything at once here. Off to the side. So you got the wireless joystick. Pretty awesome. You've got the USB-C charging cable right here. Oops. Let me actually zoom in here. Hang on. There we go. Okay, so you got the USB-C charging cable here. So this is rechargeable, which is really awesome. So this is where the charging cable goes. You can connect it to any PC or anything except a standard USB or it is old school USB connection. And here's the sync button. You hit this button. It'll light up, and meaning it's trying to pair. Now, what's cool about this is that not only do you have the DB9 connector for Atari right here, right? But you also have a USB dongle here. Official Atari brand, which is really cool. So this can be connected to other devices that can accept a USB connection to play old school games. Now, I will mention a couple of things in a minute, but pretty cool to have this. Now, let's move on to the CX78 Plus here. All right, here's the CX78 Plus wireless gamepad. This is a take on 7800 controller. Again, this is wireless. So I'm going to pull out the USB dongles here. Here we got the USB-C charging cable. And here we got the actual controller itself. So pretty cool. Oh, it's got two buttons. 700 Plus. There's 700. You got the sync button here. Again, same deal. Press the button to press the sync. USB-C for charging, and you got the D-pad here and the two buttons. Now, I bet you're looking at this box going, well, it's got an analog stick. Well, you're right, it does. So in the packaging with the adapters, it comes with the little plastic joystick or thumbstick. Actually, go and just put it on here. Oh. It can be a little bit tricky to get on. There it goes. But it's just going to function just like a regular thumbstick. Pretty cool. Pretty awesome. It works really well. Now, again, you've got the USB adapter here and the DB9 connector here. So the Atari 2600 Plus and 700 Plus can play with both of these controllers. And you hook up to two of them at once. So you can play with two 7800 Plus controllers. You can play with 2 of the 640s if you wanted. So you've got a couple of controller options. Now, things I want to bring up about these controllers is that these aren't labeled. So if you don't keep these in respective bags or keep them in respective boxes or label them in some way, you're going to forget which one's which. Now, it's not hard to figure it out, but just keep that in mind. If you're ever wondering, hey, why is my controller working? Well, do you have the correct dongle plugged in? So something to consider. Another thing that I think is kind of cool is, and I want to mention, is that I also have the my arcade Game Station Pro that was licensed by Atari. That will work with these controllers if you have a mini USB to USB adapter and want to plug this in and use them, which is really cool. Now, it is kind of finicky, I will give you that much, but it works relatively well. But then again, if you got the 2600 Plus, 700 Plus, you really don't need that necessarily. But pretty cool to have these controllers in the collection. Awesome to have them. And let's go ahead and check out some gameplay of these awesome Atari games.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple of games here on the built-in 10-1 games cart. First of all, we're going to look at Video Pinball. This is a great game. It's included in the 10-game set here. It's pretty basic, but it's a decent pinball game, believe it or not. So you hit the ball with the paddles using the left or right on the gamepad. But it's really just sticking it, isn't it? And then to pull back the plunger, you hit down on the D-pad. You hit the button to shoot the ball. Again, pretty basic stuff here. But even as basic as it is, it's a pretty cool pinball game, and I think pretty impressive for the Atari 2600 at the time. Wow, the ball physics are terrible. Wow, that was 3 balls. I'm gonna go ahead and reset, and let's play another game here. Actually, let's see what we got here for. Let's try that. Let's try 1-1. So we switch the game mode here. Balls behaving a lot more like a pinball, so that's good. Not sure what I had on before, but I don't think it was anything. I think it was anything game breaking, but geez. Maybe I modified the gravity of the ball, who knows. But again, decent pinball game. Pretty tough because of how basic it is. Let's go ahead and check out another game here on the cartridge. Alright, this is a look at Missile Command. Another game that is built into the 10-1 game cartridge. Pretty cool game. Pretty easy game too to play with the 700 controller we got here. A lot easier to play than with the joystick, although if you do want a more authentic feel, you can play with that as well. This is the 2600 port of the great arcade game of the same name. Again, really easy to play with the living analog style joystick as opposed to the original 2600 joystick. Much easier. Oh, no, it's gonna hit. Yep. Thought that it might. So we got one city down. Okay, so it's been looking at a couple of games on the 2600 10-1 game cart. Let's take a look at a couple of other ones that I wanted to feature on the console. Okay, we're going to take a look at a wonderful staple Toy Center game that is Pitfall. This is the original cartridge that I'm playing here on the 2600 Plus. Plays just fine. Really fun to play this game with the 700 style wireless controller. It really is my go-to controller with this platform. It's just so much easier to play these games with it. Now, there's nothing wrong with playing with 2600 joystick, but I just, oh man, I just don't care for it. It's not my go-to controller. It's not a bad controller. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a decent joystick. If those are going for that authentic feel, they're going to want to play with 2600 joystick. There we go. I'm going to do better on this run this time. So the person that ever played Pitfall, this is a action platformer, and the goal is just to get through each screen and get as high of a score as you can without losing all your lives within the 20-minute, actually, excuse me, 19-minute time limit. Pretty fun game. Well, I thought I was gonna miss that jump and go right in the water. And the screens do kind of repeat, but subtle things are changed. I know it's gonna happen. Okay, I can play this for a while. Alright, so here I got Berserk on 2600. This is easily one of my favorite Atari 2600 games I've ever played. I absolutely love Berserk. Now, this along with Pitfall and a couple others I'm going to be showing you here in this video, or in this portion of the video rather, these are all on loan from Tab Berserk Games and Toys, so thank you very much, Mark, for the opportunity to play these games and show them to you guys. You'll experience them on the 2600 Plus. Again, Berserk is awesome. I really love this game. It's so easy to play. You just gotta avoid the walls, avoid the robots, and avoid auto. Another thing's kind of funny is both the robots and you can get hit by the walls. Or can be killed by the walls. There we go. And yeah, so each room you find yourself in, the walls and the robot placement's random. Oops. Oh, come on. And I lost. Again, this game is so much easier to play with the with the 700 wireless joystick or joypad or gamepad, excuse me. All right, this is another game I could probably play for quite a while. So to go ahead and move on. Yeah, this is looking at a shoplifter on the 700. Pretty cool game that's got you crossing enemy lines to break people out of buildings. You know, avoid tanks and jet fire and rescue them, and then bring them back to the base. Oh, whoa! let's... Come on. There we go. So, pretty cool game. I'm just going to take these guys back. You can hold, I think, 15 or 16 people in your helicopter before you got to go back. And then you gotta wait for them to come out. Can't speed it up, it just is what it is. You get three helicopters. There we go. So when they wave, that means they're all gone. Need to move on. Whoa, that was close. What I like about this game is the fact that if you stick around here too long, the tanks will show up, or the jet will drop a bomb on you. I thought that might have happened. That was going to happen, but I wasn't sure. I should have got up. Really, one left. What? Oh, whoa! Oh, come on! Wow! I deserve that. Okay. Third helicopter. Let's go. Last helicopter. Last hope. I don't think I'm gonna get all of them. In fact, I'm pretty sure I won't. Whoa. Stupid jet. Hello. Open the door. Oh. Nope. Dead. Gone. Alright, here we have a classic game of Miss Pac-Man on the 700. This game really does a great job of... This port does a really great job of capturing the arcade feel of Miss Pac-Man. And it's a really fun game. It's a fun way to play Pac-Man. It looks great. And plays really well. The only thing I don't like about this version of the game is there's no turbo button, which is kind of odd when you think about it, because the 700 gamepad does have two buttons, but they don't do anything. So what you could have done is you could have made it so that one of the buttons makes you go faster. But it is what it is. It's still a decent game. Oh. The wrong way. Okay, alrighty. Now, one thing I do want to mention that I don't believe I mentioned in the video prior is when you play these games is that there's no real lag, which I really like. Now, I did say this in my article as well, is that people have said that there is input lag in these games with the wired controller. I've seen none with either the wired or the wireless ones. Now, I didn't hook it up to a thing. I didn't do any hardcore testing, and I'm not someone that has grown up with this system. So somebody that has put it through its paces, like grew up with it. Somebody that puts it through like a program or whatever. Those people might notice an input lag. I don't notice any at all as a casual player. And as somebody that has a fondness for these games, I've seen no input lag at all on my end.
Alright, so let's look at the Atari 2600 Plus. Courtesy of Atari. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, David, for sending this my way. It's been a phenomenal console. Now, the main reason why I was sent this for review is because I'm going to be doing a written piece for the Otaku Authority. I'm going to do a deep dive on this, every game that's included, the controllers, the whole nine. So I will leave a link to the article when it goes up in the description down below for this video. So if you want to go out and read my thoughts on the in-depth deep dive on this, go give it a read. It's going to be awesome. And again, David, thank you so much, and everybody else at Atari for sending this my way. Really appreciate it. And yeah, if you guys want to pick this up, I will leave a link to it in the description down below. It's been just a general unboxing and some gameplay of some awesome games. Now, the 700 Plus is on the horizon. By the time this video gets published, I'm sure that you'll be able to order it. There have been reviews on it already. It's a great console. This is a great console as well. You can play both 7800 and 2600 games on both systems, whatever your preference is. So, again, awesome console. Definitely suggest checking out if you're an Atari fan. Pick this up. Definitely worth it. And if you made it this far, thank you so much. And thank you for watching. Consider subscribing. And as always, until next time, take care and happy gaming.